Morning guys, I just wanted to hop on and do a video with you on sinking funds, which are really important right now because of the holidays. So we just finished all of our Christmas shopping and we didn't have to use $1 off of our credit cards. We did everything in cash. And I have to say, all of that is because we were really good about funding our sinking funds this year. So I want to go over with you the 5 things that I do with our sinking funds, like how I did it in 2020 and how I'm going to do it differently in 2021. The first thing that I want to talk about is your sinking funds goals. So I am really specific on how I do them. So a lot of people will have like maybe a clothing sinking fund. I actually divide it up into when I'm actually going to go out and buy my clothes. So I'll have like spring and summer shopping and then fall and winter shopping. I just find that like if I'm super general about how I spend it. So I try to be really specific. So if I like know I have a spring summer clothing sinking fund, I will actually mentally just wait until then until I have to buy anything, and then I don't end up like overspending on clothes that I really just don't need. We spend $600 in spring and summer and in fall and winter. It probably seems very low to people. We just don't spend a lot of money on clothes. I usually end up thrifting mine. I take my son to what like consignment shops and he buys used clothes just because they grow so quickly. I don't like spending a lot of money on brand new clothes for him. This mainly just covers shoes basically, and like a few pieces we need here and there. My husband wears a uniform to work, so that helps a lot with keeping funds down, and I work from home, so I don't really need a work wardrobe. The other thing that I do is I fund everything and write it down chronologically. So I look at my calendar and try to think about when I'm going to need all of these different sinking funds. And that's how I fund it. So I will focus on funding Abuela's birthday first. And then we try to have a fund for Quentin's friends from school when they have birthday parties, just so we can grab money here and there. This is a very low budget because I have a laser cutter. And so I can make, like for my friends and Danny's friends, or when our friends have kids, I can make things. So that helps keep our budget down. And then my husband and my birthday, that usually just ends up covering like dinner and maybe a small gift. Like we'll just go out to dinner. And then we do spend a lot on vacation, but actually this year we won't need to spend a lot because our vacation from 2020 was canceled or like moved to 2021. So we didn't have to spend that much. And then Christmas, and again, I make a lot of things, so we don't need a ton of money. And then I do have a fund for our son, Quentin. This covers his soccer, his birthday present, and like if he needs anything here or there, and then yeah, his clothes. And then we do annual passes. That's basically our weekend entertainment. We really like museums, so we'll just buy annual passes to museums, and they're super inexpensive around here. We don't live far from DC, so we can take advantage of the Smithsonian when it's open, when we're not in a pandemic, and that helps keep our entertainment budget really low. So I'll go through, and when I have extra money in our monthly budget, I will fund these, and then I'll just check them off when they're funded, and then that will be that. So the second thing that I do is I like to track as I'm saving. So if I have Abuela's birthday, I will grab a savings tracker. I really like the ones from the Budget Mom. She gives free ones out. So you should sign up for her newsletter. She gives a lot of really great free resources. So each circle represents a certain amount. She always does them in hundreds. So you just take how much you need to save and divide it by 100. And then you know how much each circle is worth. And then as I save, so let's say I put $15 in this week, well, I know I need to color in 15 circles, and then once it's funded, that's when I check it off. So this is how I am tracking on paper. It's the only thing that I do. So like I keep these together. They have a section in my budget binder, so I Franken plan, and then I just keep everything in here. That's where I keep my savings trackers. And then I'm able to just count up everything, like what my savings is at. And I will talk about where I put that money in just a minute. The other thing that I do is I do track them in my monthly budget. So just to give you guys an example. So let's say, so this is actually my wallet that I use for 2020 for my sinking funds. So we just finished our Christmas. Let's say I went shopping. I wanted to go Christmas shopping, and we ended up, I put in maybe $100 this week to do some Christmas shopping. I would actually write that in as income. So I would put it in as income, and I would do Christmas shopping. And I put Christmas because I know like where that income's coming. So let's say maybe I just took out $100 from my sinking funds wallet. I would have that $100, and I did it last weekend. My account was my sinking funds. And then I would just add that to the balance in my checking or in my cash, whichever expense tracker you are working in. And then, like, as I start spending things for Christmas, so let's say I went into Hobby Lobby yesterday, I would write that expense down as a withdrawal. $55.10. And this is Christmas to Hobby Lobby. So then I would just, whatever my balance was, I would update it. And that's how I'm able to track how much I'm spending year to year on like Christmas and stuff like that. So it's really important. So when I first did sinking funds, I would just put the money in my envelope and just spend it. And like when it was gone, it was gone. But then at the end of the year, you're looking and you're like, oh my God, where did all that money go? So I started tracking it, and this is how I track it. There are two sort of philosophies that I'm familiar of with like how you track or how you actually save for your sinking funds. You can do cash, or you can do a savings account. I used to, in 2020, I did cash, and I'm not going to do that in 2021. I'm going to move over to the savings account method, and I'm going to explain why. If we're going out shopping, I'll have like my sinking funds wallet with me. And if I like see something that I want, sometimes I will just mentally justify just grabbing it out of my sinking funds. Even though it's like maybe not the intended purpose, I will mentally try to find a reason for me to use this. So I just find it really dangerous to carry around like $2,000 worth of cash, not because it's going to get stolen or because I know I'm going to spend it. So I came up with a different method on how I'm going to do my savings, my sinking funds for 2021, and that's I'm going to use a savings account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer the money into our money market account. So as I'm funding my sinking funds, I have a section on my budget, so I will have like maybe this week I save for Abuela's birthday. Maybe I'm going to save $15. I will transfer that money into our money market account. And there's a section on your transfers that says memo. And I will write in specifically, okay, Abuela's birthday, so that I know like what that transfer was about. And then I will also, don't forget, I'm going to record it here on my savings tracker. And then that's how I save everything. So I only have one savings account. I know there are banks that do different savings accounts. I just think that I like to simplify things. So if I have it on my actual savings tracker, that's enough for me. I know how much I'm supposed to have. So I keep it all in the savings account. And then when it's time to go shopping for Abuela's birthday, I will just transfer it back into our checking. And then again, I will record that in my expense tracker for my checking account. So in 2020, I was tracking it in my cash expense tracker, but for 2021, I will be doing it in my checking account expense tracker. Now, there are other ways that you could do this. Like you could just use your debit card or just take out the cash. A lot of people, and this is a method I might try after we are out of credit card debt, a lot of people are using credit cards or gift cards. So what they'll do is they will get the Amex Blue credit card. We have this credit card. You can get 6% at grocery stores in cash back. So what they'll do is they'll go and they'll buy their Amazon gift card. They'll buy their Amazon gift card at the grocery store. So they're getting 6% cash back. So if you are doing your Christmas shopping and you're gonna do like go crazy on Prime Day and you buy $800 worth of gift cards, that is $48 in cash back that you're gonna get. So then they'll just use the gift cards, they'll load them up into their Amazon account and do their Christmas shopping. So you kind of get like an extra $48. That's one way to do it. Another way is to just make purchases with your American Express Blue card, and you put them, when you make a purchase, you put it in as a line item, as a bill. So let's say I bought my husband's Apple Watch for his birthday. I would put that in as a bill. Let's say it's $200. I would put it in as a bill on my budget so that I force myself to pay that $200 on the American Express Blue card, so you're not carrying a balance. So just every purchase is a bill. That's how some people do it. So you either can do the cash with the cash envelopes with your sinking funds. You can purchase gift cards with your American Express Blue card to get the 6% cash back, or you could just, use your credit card and purchase directly on the Apple website, and then transfer the money to the credit card from your wherever you're housing those sinking funds. Those are the three philosophies. What I'm going to do this year, I'm just going to use, just take out the cash or buy a gift card if I want to do online shopping. I'm just going to try to stay away from the credit cards until we get all of our balances paid off from coronavirus and closing our business. And then maybe I will revisit and do something like this. But I just thought I would tell you guys about that because it is a really great way to earn more money. And then the last thing you need to do with your sinking funds at the end of the year is you need to close out. We are getting towards the end of the year. I have finished all of my Christmas shopping and I still have money left. I might use some of this for like holiday decorations, but what you would do is if you had any money left at the end of the year, you need to give this money a job. It is unemployed. It was for your Christmas spending, but you've already done your Christmas spending, so you don't just go and blow it. You need to put it somewhere. You can either roll it over into next year's Christmas, put it towards debt, or put it towards an emergency fund, whatever it is. But you always need to close it out and transfer it either to the next year or to another job. Anyways, that is it, guys. That is how I am going to do my sinking funds for 2021. I hope that was really, really helpful for you. I know sinking funds were kind of confusing to me. I just feel like some people get really intense about it. I try to just stick to 10 and make them general enough to where I don't need 30 different envelopes, but specific enough that like I know what this money should be used for. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can be informed every week when I come out with new videos on budgeting and business. And also, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you next week. Bye.